Today we study the gram crop, which is known as a Bengal gram or chana. The botanical name is the Sica erianthemum and origin is the Southwest Asia and family is the leguminous. Then we study the economic uses. It is mainly grown as a pulse crop. India is the first rank in area and production of gram crop or gram seed. Then the tender leaves of young plant is also used as a vegetable. Then the grain is used as a eaten purpose as a raw or boiled and or as a vegetable. The grains are purchased and eaten as a putanas. The dal is also prepared from gram seed and it is also used for preparation of sweet meats like bakery and confectionery products like ladu, bundi and puran poli or jalebi. These are also produced by the use of red gram flour. So next one is the it is the rich source of malic acid. Gram plants are the rich source of malic acid and it secretes the malic acid from the plant, which is locally known as a and it is used as a preparation of medicine against the stomachache. The gram seed contains 16% to 19% proteins and also germinated or sprouted seeds or grains are also rich source of vitamin and it also provide 56.5% carbohydrates and minerals like calcium, ferrous and phosphorus. Then the malic acid is also used as a blood purification. So while collect the malic acid, oxalic acid is also obtained in a small quantity. So these are the importance. Then the broken and inferior quality grains are used as a feed of horses and dried leaves and stalk and straw is also used as a fodder of cattle. Then we study the varieties. Varieties, there is a number 1 Chapa, number 2 Warangal, number 3 Phule, G-1, it is also known as a Vikas. Next one is the Phule, G-5, it is known as a Vishwas. And number next Vijay and Yan-31, BDN-9-3 and G12. These are the varieties of gram crop. Then the Kabuli varieties or chole making varieties are the Kabali-2. There is a number 2 Sweta and number 3 one is the Virat. These are the varieties of gram crop. Then we study the climatic requirement. Gram crop is temperate climatic crop. It required cool and dry climate. Optimum temperature range is required 18 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Rainfall range is required 650 to 1000 millimeter per year. Bright sunshine during the grand growth period gives the more yield. cloudy weather and frost condition. During the flowering stage, results seeding of flowers and reduce the seed setting. When the rainfall immediately after sowing or flowering stage may be cause the damage the crop or plants. Then we study the soil requirement. Well drained and rich in organic matter, soils with better water holding capacity are the ideal for gram crop. Gram crop can be grown on wide ranges of soil, that is the medium to black cotton soils. It is known as a regular soil are best suitable. It can be also grown on light to alluvial soil. The pH range is required 6.00 to 7.00, and last one is the acidic and waterlogging soils are avoided, or these soils are not suitable to the gram crop. The sowing time and season, it is mainly sown in Rabi or winter season. The optimum sowing time is the mid of October to mid of November, and it can be also sown October to early December as a late sowing. Then the seed rate is required 40 kg to 60 kg per hectare seeds. Then the spacing is near about 30 by 10 centimeter as a rainfed crop and 45 by 10 centimeter as a irrigated crop. Then we study the land preparation. Gram crop is a hardy crop, so it can be grown in cloded and rough seedbed. Then the one dip ploughing is given after every 2 to 3 years when it is grown only one crop in a year, and after that land is exposed for sunlight, and after that clods are crushed by operate 1 to 2 harrowings. One day ploughing is given after harvesting of Kharif season crop. Then land after that 12 to 15 tons FIM per hectare mixed with soil and harrowings are given. Then the seedbed is prepared as a requirement of or as a followed of planting method. Then the sowing methods, that is the number one drilling, number second plough furrow method. Drilling method, it is the most common and popular method of seed sowing. With the help of seed drill machine, seeds are sown. In this method, distance between row to row and plant to plant is maintained, and also in this method sow the seeds up to the moist zone into the soil. After that the seeds are covered with soil by operating light harrow. Plough furrow method, when the moisture upper surface of soil is dry, that time plough furrow method is used for planting. Seeds are sown behind the plough furrow. When there is inadequate soil moistures remain, the seeds are ultimately covered with soil by running the inverted harrow. Then the seed treatment. The seed treatments are the fungicide compound treatment. It helps to prevent the attack of seed-borne as well as soil-borne diseases. Seeds are treated with fungicide compound like Thyram 2 gram plus Bavistine 2 gram per kg seed before the sowing, and after that it is used for sowing. Then the Rhizobium inoculant culture treatment. The object of this treatment is increase the nitrogen fixation rate through the atmosphere into the soil and improve the soil fertility and save the nitrogenous fertilizer. This treatment also help to increase the 15% yield of the gram seed. Before the sowing of seeds, it is treated with rhizobium culture 250 gram for 15 kg seeds rubbed properly, and after that it is used for sowing within 4 to 6 hours. Then the interculture operations. Interculture operations, weeding. The object of weeding is to control the weed growth and loosening of soil. The weed control for first 4 to 5 weeks is important in gram crop so that it helps to reduce the attack of diseases and pests and also make a healthy growth of vegetative growth of the gram plants. First hand weeding is given after 21 days of sowing time, and next sub hand weedings are given at the interval of 15 days. The number of hand weedings are depend upon the intensity of weed. So sometime if it is grown as a drilling method, hoeings are also given with the help of two-blade hoe. It helps loosening up soil and uproot the excess weed plants which are grow between the empty space. So these operations are hoeings are given. First hoeing is given after 21 days of sowing time, and next hoeing is given at the interval of 15 days before the flowering stage. Number third one of interculture operation is given, that is the topping or nipping in gram. It should be also asked for our 2 marks short note or 1 mark definition. Removing of the tip of the young branch is called topping or nipping in gram. It is done 3 to 4 weeks after sowing time or when plants are attained 10 to 15 centimeter in height. The top leaves are used as a leafy vegetable, and the object of this operation is to increase the fruiting branches to get higher yield of grains. But some experiments or some varieties shows there is no much increase in yield. So this operation takes more labor cost or more labors. Then we study the manuring or fertilizer management in gram crop. At the time of land preparation, 12 to 15 cartloads FYM per hectare mix with soil properly. Then the recommended fertilizer dose for rainfed crop is 15 kg nitrogen and 30 kg phosphorus, and the recommended fertilizer dose for irrigated crop is the 25 kg nitrogen and 50 kg phosphorus per hectare. Full dose of nitrogen and phosphorus is given at the time of sowing. More nitrogenous fertilizer application is avoided because it increases only leafy vegetative growth or branches and postpone the flowering stage and also ultimately delay the harvesting. So excess nitrogenous fertilizers are avoided to the gram crop. Then the irrigation. Generally gram crop is grown as a rain feed in winter season and it thrives very well on available soil moistures. But if there is a long dry spell in winter season and if there is a availability of irrigation water, two protective irrigations are given at critical growth stages. Number one as the flowering stage, that is the 40 to 45 days after sowing time, and second irrigation is given at pod formation stage or pod development stage, that is the 70 to 75 days after sowing time. These two irrigations are also increased near about 50% yield of gram seeds. If irrigation water is available less than only one application is given. If irrigation water is available very less or less, that time only one application of water is given at pod formation stage, and it helps increase the yield of grains or pods. Care should be taken that during the winter season heavy rainwater or heavy rain occurs. That time excess rainwater immediately drain out from the field time to time. Then we study the harvesting and threshing of gram. The gram crop is matured within 3.5 to 4 months after sowing time. The maturity signs are the leaves are turn yellow and plants are start to drying, and pods are developed in full size. Grains are also developed in full size. Harvesting is done. Cut the plants close at ground level with the help of sharp sickle. Then these plants are heaped in a bundle and kept left for sun drying 4 to 5 days into the field. Then after proper drying, it is carried out to the threshing yard and threshing is done. If there is a product in a small quantity, threshing is done. Trample the plants under the feet of bullocks or beaten the plants with the help of heavy stick, and after that winnowing is given to the plant. Winnowing is given to the separation of grains and husk, and after that grains are dried in sunlight and stored in gunny bags. And second purpose of harvesting is recently or nowadays the threshing of this crop is also done with the help of power thresher machine. It saves the time and labor cost. And second one purpose of harvesting is the green pod or grain plants are also used as a eaten purpose. That time when crop is near about 75 days old, that and pods are developed and grains are developed in full size, but it is not still the ripen. That time the plants are uprooted and tied in a small bundles or bunches, and it is transferred to the market for green pods eaten purpose. So these are the harvesting and threshing. Then we study the harvesting. We study the yield of gram. The average yield of rainfed crop is 5 quintal to 6 quintal per hectare. 5 to 6 quintal per hectare, and average yield of irrigated crop is the 10 to 12 quintals per hectare. The proportion of grain to chaff is 1 as 1.75 or 1 as 2, and the yield of malic acid is 5 to 7 liter per hectare. Then we study the important point: collection of malic acid from gram plants. When gram plant is about 1 month old, the leaves secrete the malic acid and locally it is known as AMB. The malic acid dissolve in dew during the morning hours. These dew drops are collected by running the muslin cloth over the crop and squeezing it in a bottle. About 5 to 7 liter malic acid is obtained from 1 hectare area. This malic acid is believed to have a medicine value against the stomach ache. So these points should be also asked for our 2 mark short note. Collection of malic acid from gram plant. Then we study the pest and diseases. Initially we study the pest gram pod borer. The nature of damage. The initially larvae of this caterpillar bore into the buds and flowers and results shedding of flowers. With the formation of pods, it bore into the pod and eat on developing milky stage seeds. The larva thrust its head inside the pod and keep the rest of body outside of the pod. Large size holes are found on damaged pods and this is the major pest on gram crop. So it should be also asked for our 1 mark, fill in the blanks. Then the control measure. This pest is effectively controlled by integrated pest management, that is the deep ploughing after harvesting of kharif crop is given and land is exposed for sunlight to destroy the pupas of this pest. Use the sex pheromone traps or light traps to monitor the pest population or to control the attack of this pest. Pheromone traps or light traps are also arranged into the field to attract the butterfly or female butterfly of this pest and reduce the damage or reduce the attack of this pest. Hand picking and killing of the larva is also given, and sometimes if there is a severe attack, that time given a spray of 0.07% endosulfan, 0.04% monoprotophos or 0.01% cypermethrin at the interval of 10 days 2 to 3 times, and at the time of each spray insecticide is alternate, and also to control the gram pod borer pest given a spray of virus pathogen like NPV, nuclear polyhedrosis virus, that is at the rate of 250 LD, that is larval equivalent per hectare, with and it help to control the gram pod borer pest, and also given a spray of 5% neem oil with 1% soap solution to repel the pest of gram pod borer caterpillar. Then the pod borer caterpillar, or it is also known as a gram caterpillar. It is also important pest. The nature of damage is the initially this caterpillar feed on tender leaves, and laterally on buds, and after that flower and pods. The larva of this pest eat away from the pod On movement of it forms loop near the center of its body, hence it known as a semi-looper. When it is attack or damage the plant, that time it also feed on tender leaves, tender part of shoot, and it feed on pod, make a hole up on pod and feed on milky stage grains, but it always remain away from the pod, and when it run away or run, that time it make a center of its body with bent center, so it is known as a semi-looper caterpillar. So it will be important. Then we study the control measure. Dust 10% carbaryl powder at the rate of 15 kg per hectare early in the morning. Then the spraying is given 0.07% endosulfan or 0.04% monocrotophos or 0.01% cypermethrin at the interval of 10 days 2 to 3 times, and each time of spray insecticide is alternate. Then we study the diseases. There is a number one disease, wilt disease. The symptoms are it is fungal disease of gram crop. It is also seed-borne disease. It attack after the germination of seeds and during the seedling stage up to the 1 month. Initially, suddenly dropping of leaves are observed, and laterally plants are withered and stunted. Then it is died. The plant of when plants are uprooted, that time it pull out easily and black internal discoloration is observed on root or stem. In early stage of seedlings are collapsed immediately or suddenly, and this disease is majorly attack or infection of this disease is during the early growth stage after the germination of seeds, that means at seedling stage. Then the control measures uproot the infected plants and destroyed outside of the field. Follow the proper crop rotations with cereal crop to control the wilt disease. Then the grow disease resistant varieties like Phule, G12, and do not grow gram crop repeatedly year after year in same field. Wilt disease infected field for next 2 to 3 years. So these are the control measures for wilt disease. Then the blight disease. The symptoms are the on leaves waters of brown color spots are found. If there is a severe attack, these spots are also spread on stem and pods and lesions are appeared. Then the plants or branches or infected parts suddenly rotten and damage the plant. So these are the symptoms of blight disease. Then the control measure, use disease-free seeds, given a seed treatment of 1% fungicide compound treatment like Thyram 5 gram per kg seeds before the sowing of seed. This treatment is given prevention of these fungus diseases. So student, we study the gram crop in which is on our paper second, but it also asks for our question for AB or tabular information or 2 marks short note different points of this topic. So it should be carefully study or listen for our exam.